And now we reach to the stage where we can identify the behaviors that need to be transformed in me. Now, how do we recall, you must recall that right in the beginning, you recorded your behaviors. Now, throughout this discussion, you have gone towards understanding yourself better. What is that which will breathe meaning to you, meaning in your life? Destiny. And how do you, destiny, and how do you create destiny? Now, once you have gone this whole direction, you now assess your behaviors, and which of your behaviors are counterproductive and stopping you from creating your destiny. And these are the behaviors, when you counter them, you will be able to change your destiny. So how do you know these behaviors and how do you counter these behaviors? So let's first see the difficult part as to how do you counter these behaviors, how do you change your behaviors. When you have to counter your behavior, first and foremost is that you have to interact with external stimuli. Now, what it means is that very often your existing stimuli is what has shaped your behavior. You have to interact with the external stimuli, human or non-human, and those inputs are the most critical for you in the step of transformation. Having interacted with these, when you start feeling uncomfortable, that means there is a behavior which you have to change, and the way you interact with the external interface has to change. So you question your beliefs, and from here you arrived at an evolved understanding. It will take a long time to arrive at the evolved understanding, and from here then you internalize the transformed behavior. Now, I once met a person who was into the real estate space, and he was very clear, what's the point of having barren lands or plants and all? Let's have buildings around and have nice landscaped gardens. And that gentleman today is a major conserver of environment. So how did he undergo this transformative thought process? Would be very, very interesting to see and know more about. I didn't have a chance to talk to him, but also understand that this transformative process is very often very, very deep for the individual, and they might not like to share. So now, how do you know what behaviors you need to transform? First, we had identified role models. Figure out what was it that the role models did, what were the behaviors that they demonstrated, and once you figure that out, that will tell you where they were. You know your own behaviors also, so now you know the gap. So therefore, knowing this gap, you know behaviors which need to change, your behaviors which need to change for the transformative things to happen in your own life. Say you have a list of 6 or 7 behaviors. Which are the ones which are the most important out there? What are the focus behaviors? So what should I do? What should I do to change? And am I evolving? The answer to the last question of am I evolving can only be given to others, by others. Therefore, it's important that in this journey of transformation also, of behavioral transformation, you have to tell your friends that, guys, this is what I'm trying to do. This is where I seek help. In case I do something counter to this particular transformative behavior, let me know. I need to rectify it. Simple things, very, very simple things. There is always this raging debate in India about the orientation of men towards women. that is nothing but a big transformation of behavior which is needed not only as an individual but as a society as a whole. We need that. So transformative behaviors, for this you need to work on self plus others. And here is where the biggest caution is, and where I started on this behavior transformation, because I know many people who start giving lip service, but deep down they don't change. And this is the caution, or this is what I have seen several people do again and again. And therefore when you take up this transformation behavior process, be very cautious that you should not land up here. If you do land up here, then you are cheating yourself. You're not letting yourself achieve a meaningful life. You are not letting yourself achieve your destiny. So if ever this kind of a thing, you will only know whether you are doing lip service to it or you are serious about it. And if you are doing lip service to it, no point starting this whole thing. I guess you are serious, and if you are serious, then do log in, do get onto the website of METL, download the workbook and get started, get going. It's going to take you time, it's going to torment you, it's going to bother you, it's going to make you closer to yourself, it's going to make others start thinking, why is he behaving the way he is? But at the end of it, you will have a very satisfied life and a very meaningful life. That is assured. All the best.